Hello! In this video, I'm gonna tell you how you can find a job in Vietnam with this period of Corona crisis. So that's why you can see off my face, I have my mask. Right now in Vietnam, we have a semi-lockdown, so it means that we have to stay at home and we have to avoid going out. Of course, you can go out, it's not like in European countries, but they want us to stay as much as we can inside the home. So in this video, I want to tell you some tips, actionable advice that you can implement to find a job in Vietnam.
First, I will give you an overall situation about the corona crisis in Vietnam. Then I will tell you what's the main sector and the most trendy industries hiring expats in Vietnam. Those industries may recover the fastest after the end of the corona crisis. Then, for the one who are interested, I will give you an idea of the expectation you can get as an expat from a junior to a more senior position in terms of salary. And then I will give you actionable hints and advice to implement right now so you can save time, find the right companies fitting your profile, and succeed in finding your job in Vietnam.
So who am I to tell you that? I've been an expat in Vietnam for 3 years, working in IT marketing. First, I was an intern in Hong Kong. Then I had a job in Cambodia, and finally I've been in Vietnam for 3 years now. So in this video, I want to try to give you my experience as an expat living in Vietnam to help you find a job in this period of Corona crisis. So most of the English teachers, for instance, lost their job. That's why I want to try to give you what you can do right now. Use the time that you're having at home to maybe jump to your new and your next opportunity. As you can see on my back, it's pretty empty. Usually here I am in the center, in the hair district of Saigon. Right now it's around 5 p.m. Usually people start to go out of their offices to go home, and as you can see, it's pretty empty. Here you can see one of the most famous monuments. It's called Notre Dame de Saigon, and there you have on my back the post office that was built by French people. As you can see, it's basically the center, and right now it's still very empty. There are still few expats living here, but many people are struggling right now, like in European countries and in the US, because everyone have to stay at home, work from home. It's a pretty tough time, but actually you can use the time you're having right now to implement things to help you to find, for instance, your new job. It may take some weeks, probably some months, before everything gonna start again, but right now you can still at least reach the job you wanna find. And why not finding your dream job in Vietnam? So I want to first tell you a little bit about the different sectors, the trendy markets right now for expats. As you may know, you have in education, many people are working as an English teacher, but if you are not a native English or a French guy like me, you may not want to find those kind of jobs, right? You want something maybe that fits more your diploma, and something where you can really use the experience you build abroad to find a job in your field and keep going on your career. What's the other sectors? You have, for instance, IT. IT is very trending in Vietnam because it's one of the places with the most outsourcing companies. Many companies from Europe, from the US, are having their team in Vietnam to work as developer. IT is a very trendy sector where you can for sure find a job. Other information, so finance, banking, of course, and everything regarding to administration. Most of the companies are hiring expats. They need lawyer, HR, they need many people to support the foreign companies in Vietnam. You can find different kind of job and positions, such as what you usually can have in Western countries and in the US. Something that can fit directly your diploma and your experience is something really achievable. But again, you have to put effort now, build either your professional network, or either try to directly find jobs that are maybe not currently because we are still under the corona crisis, but that may be open in the next weeks. Of course, it's not because now we are on the corona that no one is working. We are most of expats working from home. We are having flexible jobs. So you can still apply, and maybe you won't have the job now, but at least you can be ready within a few weeks to pass the interview and to, why not, maybe find the job that you are looking for. Other sectors that are trendy, you have marketing, construction, and also another one is everything related to factories. There is a huge factory sector in Vietnam, not as big as in China, but still quite the second biggest in the region. So of course, when we talk about factory, we're going to talk also about all the logistics behind and everything that is coming with. So if you have experience in that domain, you can find a job that may fit your profile in Vietnam. Then the other things I want to cover would be more about the common mistakes expats usually do when they try to find a job. They will directly go to job boards that basically will list the different offers right now available, but that's not really the thing that will bring you the best result. Because of course, from a HR perspective, every day they receive hundreds of applications from those job boards, and sometimes people don't even put the right title, just reply, just apply, just here is my CV, you can find my resume. So the HR just overloaded and cannot handle properly your case. I'm going to tell you in the last part of the video what the thing I would definitely recommend you to do, and that will bring the best results. So stay tuned. The second mistake that most of the expats are doing is they want to build their professional network. It's good to do so. You have to come here to go to some events organized by Chamber of Commerce or organized by different companies in your field. It's very effective. You can really give a boost on your job hunting. The problem is that right now with Corona, it's not easy to come here, of course, and even after, I'm pretty sure it will take a few months to have the different market opening again and to have those kind of new events popping up. So now you can use this time to work from home and trying to directly reach the people in your industry to find the job that you are looking for. I want to now talk a little bit about the expectation you can get as an expat. It's pretty diverse. So if you are just starting, let's say if you are a junior, you are just graduated and you want to find a first experience or even an internship, you can expect having a small salary of maybe $400, $500. It's still enough to cover the cost of your living in Vietnam, but of course you won't be able to have a very exciting life. Rather, if you start to be senior, if you have a little bit of experience, then you can really expect having a salary from 1.5K, 2K, if you have maybe 3-4 years of experience. And in some very specific sector, like the one I told you before, you can really even have pretty decent salary with very good package as an expat, and you can reach 4K, 5K. I do have some friends who are getting those salaries while having a pretty good life in Vietnam. That's why I really encourage you to use this time right now and try to put those actions to reach your goal. I want to now digest a little bit the pros and cons of living in Vietnam. So I've been here for 3 years, as I was telling you, and I think the cost of living is very good. With a salary of 1K, 2K, you can have a very good life. You have the Vietnamese in general are very friendly. They would welcome you. They will introduce you to their family. It's quite easy to have some new friends here, even if there is the language barrier. Most of the young people are speaking in English. Yeah, it's something that many expats like. The other thing I want to introduce a little bit is the entrepreneurship mindset and the taking action mindset. Vietnamese are very solution oriented. So every time there will be a problem, there will be a solution. They are very the kind of people who would implement things very fast, finding problems and try to fix it. So when you are young, when you have ideas of side projects, or if you want to launch maybe a small business on the side, it's pretty good to be surrounded by those people because you can have a lot of meetup, a lot of different networking events, and you can easily gather with the Vietnamese community who are entrepreneurs. It's pretty good for this kind of networking because you can, within a few weeks, having, I don't know, someone doing design, someone, an IT guy. If you more have a marketing profile, then you can really bootstrap something and launch an idea and launch a side business. That's something I really put as a very good advantage Vietnam is having compared to other more Western countries. Then I still want to give you a little bit of honest feedback of the life as an expat here. You may find it online for sure. It's the matter of the pollution. Vietnam is an emerging country, so of course, sometimes it's a little bit hard when you go to the countryside. You will see a lot of trash, a lot of rubbish. So it's something you have to have in mind. If you're a little bit sensitive about that, you will see right now still many people using plastic bags. So sometimes you're a little bit like, yeah, there is a lot of pollution. So it comes with the good side as well, right? What I was just telling before. It's a very fresh mindset. So of course the country is emerging and there is still pollution. The other thing, now it's a little bit a wrong example. What you see on my back since the beginning of the video, it's the traffic. Usually I'm living in Saigon and like this city is so crowded. So if you go out in the morning at about 7 to 9 a.m., you have like thousands of motorbikes everywhere. So when you are in the street, sometimes you have hundreds of motorbikes around you. You drive very slowly, but of course it's pretty hard when you just arrive. And yeah, you have a little bit of rush hour like that. 2 times, sometimes 3 times during the day where everyone is going out. So of course you have many people around you, but that's also on the other side what makes the city more interesting and attractive. Everyone like this kind of cow Ho Chi Minh City have. If you're still here in the video, I really wanna highlight you something that can really help you put you on track to find this dream job that you are looking for. I built a training with a friend of mine who is a headhunter in Saigon. So he's French, he's in the industry for 2 years, and together we really wanted to help to give them tips and actionable things that they can implement right now to find their dream job. So it's an online training. You can access everything right now. Below you will have all the information about that. First, we're gonna give you the companies that are currently hiring expats in Vietnam. Let's say you are in marketing. You can just filter type marketing and you will see the company that hired before expats. They for sure are looking for talents to join their team. When we can give you the contact of the people to reach. You can really save hours and hours of trying to find the key people of the company to talk to. Then we will have the training made by Emmanuel, my friend who is headhunter. He will digest you everything in a 45-minute training, so it's very condensate of information. He put everything on the table, so it's the same as if he was just next to you, telling you what to do. We already implement and we already tell you what to do, what's the best effective things to do right now. We're gonna digest everything to make your work hunt a success. Our goal actually is really to help you to get it in 7 days. So if you implement the action we are telling you, you can save a lot of time, really reach the person that may fit your need and be proactive. Ask for an interview, ask to have the person on the phone, and then after it's your job to put enough motivation on the table to be able to convince that person to hire you. That's the overall of the training. We're gonna give also guides and few training. If you don't know what is LinkedIn, if you don't know how to make a proper CV, if you don't know how to write a good, convincing email or message on LinkedIn to reach the people, we're gonna give you that and some templates that you can just copy paste. Our goal is really to make the most effective, proven training and solution to help expats finding a job. You can find more information about that below. I hope you like my video and I hope you will achieve your dream of being an expat and finding a job in Vietnam. I see you in the next video.